Now let's talk about the crop tool, the last thing for this lesson. Let us open an image here. I tell you guys first something about opening the image. As you see, when you open the image, it's appear here, and if you open like another image, it go beside it like a tab. If you want to remove them from the tab, you just simply click on them, move them here in the image, and again you can move it here. Now it's look like that I have two different image here. They are not in one tab. That's how I like to work on that better. Actually, you can change it here on your preference. Here in the workspace, if you click here, this option, open documents tab, you can uncheck this. Now, if you open any document, like I open these two documents, they open like this, not as a tab. I really like to work it like that, but it's up to you guys, but that's how you can change it there. So what is the crop tool? Just imagine you have this image, but you don't want to have the whole image. Like this is the part that you wanna work. It's like you want to cut all these areas. What we're gonna do this time, we're gonna use this crop tool here, okay? For example. Okay, now I can select anywhere in this image, like I want to crop it on this area. Okay, and I can use my left click to make it the places that I want. I can even make it like smaller or bigger. And click here. That's it. The file is cut. Okay, but when you do that, if you have like let's say have a PSD file, not a JPEG file, okay? Then if I crop something like that, if I do something like this, you see when I move my layer to the other side, it's totally cut here, okay? There is an option at the top. If you uncheck this, delete cropped pixels, so basically you select here. This is what you see, okay? If you print the image, this is the image that you will print it to save it to the JPEG. That's what we'll see as a JPEG file. But in the Photoshop, you can still move it around, and you see the area that I was cropped, they're still there. So that's the option here, delete cropped pixel. If you select on that, then you delete something, you'll totally lose. Let's say do the same thing this time. See, now if I move it, nothing is there anymore. Okay, so you have different type of crop. You have some actually a standard and preset here, like you can do it on the 3x5, 1280 by 800 pixel. You have some standard ratio here if you want to do crop something, okay? Or you can even make your own ratio. For example, I want it 5x4. It's totally changed to 5x4. Now if you move it, it's always on the same ratio. It's same as you select something. It's exactly same as you select something here. They said you can actually choose the fixed ratio, like 2x1, like that. So you have also the same options here in the crop tool. If you put something like 5x5, then you want to change it, you can also put on the clear, it will all gone, go back to the normal time. If you're on this option to the crop, if you click here, that means the crop will be happen, okay? Or you can press the enter. If you also press enter, that will be happen. If you are in the crop tool and you don't want to do that, if you click here, it will be cancelled, or you can use the escape on your keyboard. It will go back to normal. Nothing will happen. You can also use this option. You can give angle to this, like this one. Now I can rotate it, for example. I do it like that. That means this will be my final result. That's how you're gonna see your image after the crop. But as you can see, I can move it around, like I make it like that. Now if I press the crop, that will be my final image. So you can do rotating, you can make it bigger or smaller. And the important thing is here, if you click here, you can see you can change these lines that you have, these guidelines that you have, like rule of the third. You can make it on the grid, diagonal, triangle, ratio, and spread out. Okay, maybe you think, what are these? What's the use of that? They are important when you're talking about the fundamental of the design, okay, which it's not what we're gonna talk. We're not gonna talk about design here, but all these lines, they have meaning. If you want to do something special, for example, I just give you, I will talk about just one of these grid, like the rule of third. It's like something that is important for the photography. Whenever they want to put the picture, for example, you have it. Now, let me go back to the original side of that. Right. Now, if you want to crop something and you want to have the rule of third, that means 1/3 of the image should be the subject, something like that, and the rest should be the background. Is one of the things like that they are using in the photography. You can search about them, like the rule of third, what is in the photography, and what other grid you are using. It depends on what you're gonna do. If you are designing the brochure, for the pictures, or any kind of thing, even if you are designing a site, because they are important. They are the basic things for the design. That's how you're gonna put the things, that's how you're gonna crop the things. They are all important matters that you're gonna learn about it time to time. So that was it. That's it. That's how you can crop the image. You have other tools here. This slice tool, we're not gonna talk about it. It's important tools, but mostly used for the web design. We're not gonna talk about this in this training. And you have also the perspective crop tool. It's actually, it looks like the same, but you can crop the image on the perspective. Like, just imagine I have a wall, okay, and it's perspective. Just imagine something like that, okay. I mean, just imagine this is a road here, you have a wall here, you're looking from this side, so this part is bigger, this part is smaller. Then you want to crop something like that. What will happen? Here, that's it. So basically, this is what you see from the front view, and that perspective grid that I put before, that's what you see from the perspective thing. Anyway, we're not going to talk about the perspective also here. But so the important things that you're going to use is a crop tool. I suggest you uncheck this all the time, because sometimes you crop something, then after a while you just realize that, oh, it's better if it's be little to the left or to the right. So if you uncheck that option, you still have lots of pixels around you, so you can move them. But if you don't have it, you may reach the problem because you already cropped the image and you cannot bring that parts back anymore. Okay, so that was all for this lesson. We talk about the selecting tools. We talk about how to modify the selection tool. What is the feeder? We talk about the crop tool, and we finish everything about the history and the history tool. Okay, that's it. See you in the next lesson. Thank you.